It's 10 o'clock at night. I'm creating another beaded watch for the upcoming craft fair. Finding time to create, to play with mediums, experiment with colors, to escape into peace, it's just as difficult for me now as a mom of 2 kids and a full-time educator as it was for me to find time to do art with my 5th graders. That was years ago. It's worse now. In my own kids' classes, morning recess has been cut. Science and social studies alternate on Fridays, if there's time. I remember when I was in 1st grade, I wanted Harold's purple crayon, complete with his drawing skills. I wanted to draw boats that could carry me to new worlds. I wanted to be able to catch myself in a hot air balloon anytime I began to fall. But from a very early grade, everyone knew I couldn't draw. My cats looked like pigs. They still do. In 3rd grade, we got to write and bind our own books. Excitedly, I wrote the words. I told my story. Maybe I could be an author. Someone else could do the illustrations. At the book signing, everyone oohed and awed over Andrea's book. Mine was good. Mine was cute. People went back to read hers again. I didn't get the lead in my school's production of Bye Bye Birdie, but I did get the part of Ursula, the off-key best friend. In 5th grade, an artist came in to show us how to make clay busts of the president we were studying. I learned the simple process of how to pinch out a nose and push in the eye socket. I smiled. It actually looked like Roosevelt. People oohed and awed. My mom still has my clay presidential bust. I used to see it on her nightstand when I'd come home from college. I only took some art classes in college. I didn't take painting courses since I couldn't draw. I took printmaking. There were 5 Andreas in my class. But my heart still sang as I worked in the lab till midnight. A darkened room with a slide projector showed me that Matisse's pictures lacked photographic realism, yet were just as valued and still made me smile. In graduate school to get a master's in teaching, I learned how to teach art to children. I learned the elements and principles. My projects with repetition and variation got noticed. I was taught how to draw. If you turn a picture upside down, it quiets your left brain. My right-brained final reflection drawing was good enough to frame. I could now draw realistically, and I would be able to show my own elementary students how to turn a picture upside down if they wanted to draw realistically. But it became a mission for me as a teacher to open their world, to show them that Matisse is just as important as Michelangelo. Although I had created 36 scope and sequenced art lessons to use, I didn't teach much art my first year of teaching. There was no time. Last May, I recognized Barry, a student who looked the same all grown up as he had looked when he was one of my students in my first year as a teacher. I said hi and told him I had been his 5th grade teacher. Recognition registered in his eyes, and he told me that he remembered I played Phantom of the Opera in the mornings. I remember working so hard to supplement the math curriculum to challenge his bright mind. I'd forgotten about Phantom. I used to play it in class whenever I could, which wasn't that often. Everything takes time. I now teach teachers full-time. I see how much time it takes them to administer tests, interpret data, and use all the assessments to drive instruction. I see the stress of the CSAPs and know how technical and complex it is to teach in today's public schools. There's so little time, so many demands. I still play with a variety of mediums whenever I can. I try to be a full-time mom, too. My cat pigs make my kids laugh. We all sing Bye Bye Birdie at the top of our off-key lungs while driving to hockey and soccer. And if I hadn't signed up to sell at the craft fair, I'd be sleeping instead of beating watches at 10 o'clock at night. But it makes me smile. I sometimes worry how many times my own kids smile at school while penciling in little bubbles. Do kids in their classes feel that cats need to look like cats? The bubbles must be perfect. I continue to create, to teach, to sing, to dance, and on the first day of the course I teach to beginning teachers, I pass out purple crayons.